Hello, 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 hello. Okay, there we go. I'm starting a little early. I'm actually on time tonight because I don't have that much to do. If you can see, there is a video up here. Static is actually live streaming from New York tonight. I don't have it playing or anything. I don't know if any battles are going to be good or not. I just have it on the side. Like I said before I even started the stream, it was kind of like there were so many battles going on this weekend. I'm just gonna kind of have stuff like on the side right now. Unless there's a battle that comes up, I'll put it like in the better perspective, which would be that view. But for now, I'm just gonna keep it here because I'm kind of more focused on just chilling tonight and talking. There's a lot of talk going on recently, especially because of the last video I posted. There's a lot of people talking about breaking and like people getting way too deep into it, especially in like messages or like I don't know responding to it. I mean, most people are like about it, but like there are some that it's just like there is no winning with it, and you try to like explain the best that you can, and I don't know. I just feel like I talked about breaking a lot, but I did want to stream this weekend, so that's why I am here, and I'm just gonna build some Gunpla because I haven't had a lot of time to do it this week. So other than that, I hope you guys have had a good weekend so far. It's about to be Monday, which is not fun, but I'm just setting some stuff up real quick. I know last week we had somebody come in that was saying some really wild shit. So I'm just prepared for it this week. But anyways, yeah, it's more of like a kind of like chill talk tonight. I'm not really gonna be going too much in unless people have something specifically that happened this weekend, because there was like 25 events that I saw. Like I saw somebody talking about an event and I was like, oh, like I should check this event out on the stream, but it wasn't even that event. And then I ended up finding like 3 or 4 more events that were happening, and I was like, shit, dude, there's just way too much. So I don't want to like spend time watching like an entire jam when like only like I don't know, maybe only a couple battles were good here and there. So I'll probably just stick to a couple. And yeah, if you guys have not seen, I do a lot of building like model kits, and that's what I do on like my side time. I've just been into it since I was a kid, and it's kind of like since I don't really like spend 6 hours a day breaking anymore, I spend a lot of my creativity time building and painting kits, because it keeps my mind off of stuff, and it's fun to do. And if you guys don't know, there's a huge community of people that also do this as well. Which don't get that deep into things. Also, Static's live, so if you see the screen up there kind of start to start to load, that's because maybe his service is just not that good. But it will come back up, I promise. Also, I've tried live streaming at events before too, and I feel like you just need a good internet connection for it. I mean, especially even with like my, I don't know, I guess I was using like probably they didn't even have wireless at the event, so I was technically just using my phone internet, which is probably a reason why my connection probably wasn't that great. But yeah, I feel like it's fun, but also it takes away from being at the jam, because then you're like focused on like going up to people and talking to people the entire time, and I don't know, that's not I don't really like doing that when I'm at a jam. As people would say, I like to be in the moment, but I don't know. I would like to do it, but also like I was actually just I did a photo shoot and a video shoot yesterday with the BNC guys with Germs, and we were talking about how like Strife and Stance have like come and like where they're at today, and like how a lot of people miss like the old Strife TV days, because honestly, like I do think that's like something that the scene is kind of missing, is something like Strife, where like people, I don't know, like I feel like the whole drama aspect, or like the wrestling aspect of like making it a show, is still there. It's just not really like shown, you know? I think people are just so focused on um filming the battles, and that's exactly what people want to see, and that's it. And I think that's kind of like, I don't know, when you watch breaking for so long, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like boring. In you know, lack of better terms, it's just kind of boring. And personally for myself, like, I don't care about watching the same people over and over and over again. Like, you need a little bit of drama in there, right? And to possibly, like, okay, so the battle that Static is showing up here, right? I would probably be more intrigued if I heard, like, this guy was talking shit about this guy, and I'd be like, dude, I want to watch this battle because you know they hate each other, and like, you know, they were talking shit about each other, right? That would make me want to watch it. I'm pretty sure that would probably make a lot of people want to watch it. At least more than just putting the battle up and everybody's cool with each other. And I don't know. I guess the way that it is today, like majority of it. Um, but yeah, I think it's cool to a certain extent. But then also people end up getting into feels and people end up getting embarrassed and they're like, I don't know. Again, like breaking is at a weird, like it's a weird level of like people acting really cool, but it's not really cool from the outside point of view, right? Like if we're to talk about breaking, we're to talk about things that are kind of like what makes breaking cool or like what is attracting people to breaking that don't break. When you show them videos of like people like acting tough and it's like, yo, we're breakdancing, right? So if I'm to show people that don't break outside of the scene and they're like, why is this guy trying to act so hard? You know, it's like a breaking competition. You can't really explain to them, you know, the whole situation of it. So yeah, I think there needs to be another way of drawing people in besides just saying like, hey, I'm a cool b-boy and b-boying is cool, because technically I don't think b-boying is really a cool thing. Um, Besides people watching just the dancing of it from an outside point of view. I know how breaking really is, right? But you know, if I didn't know anything about breaking, I would probably be like, yo, it's kind of weird. Like these dudes are acting like super tough and super hard, like when everybody is just breaking. But I mean, I guess that's part of the whole mindset of breaking. C21. Okay. That is the whole point of like, you know, breaking is a very big thing with like getting character involved, and I mean, you do need a good character on you. So I do understand when people like try to act hard or whatever. But it does come off as a little bit weird sometimes, especially if you're not in the scene. I don't think anybody else really does that. I don't know about any other communities that people try to act like really, it looks like they're on a break, that really try to act like hard, even though it's like something very, I don't know, to me dancing is not that hard, right? It's not like something to look tough with. So I don't know, I just think it probably comes off like a very weird way when trying to portray being a tough ass while you are just dancing against somebody, or like yelling slurs at people or getting real angry. Actually, there's a lot of footage of people getting real angry. I know, like when I first started, it was rough. It was like really rough with like people getting angry and like wanting to start fights. And compared to today, like there's a lot of people today that don't really talk about it too much, but or it doesn't really happen too much. But man, like every jam I used to go back into when I first started, like there was a fight at every single one of them. Like I think there was just a different level of like, I don't know how serious people were technically in the scene. And today it's kind of like, I don't know, looked down upon in a sense. Also, this kit has these little tiny pieces that like connect into each other and they need to be perfect. Super dope, super detailed, but it's extremely, I have tiny hands and these things are super tiny still. I mean, that might be why I'm good at building this stuff, but as tiny as these things are, it's not fun. Vertigos, what up, yo? As tiny as these things are, it's fun, but sometimes when you get pieces like this, and this is like the first kind of kit that I'm building that looks like a knight, so it's like it's just a different style of like design that's on this kit. There's like a lot of like intricate designs on it, but it's super dope seeing like a piece of like if you guys don't know, like pieces come on like these risers, right? And these risers are specific colors, and like there's like a gold accent to is this B-Boy Static stream? Yeah, it is. Yeah. I just have his stream up in the side. I keep pointing up here because literally my screen's over here for it, but it's over here for you guys. Yeah, it's his stream. I think they're on break right now. I just have it up like on the side. I don't know if I see like, I think I saw Jihad was in the competition. I'll probably put it to like normal view when like he's up, but I just have it to the side for now. It looks like, I mean, the event looks pretty good. Dude, there's like 15 events this weekend. It's kind of wild. So I was like, I'm not going to put like an event on when like somebody's probably going to come in the stream and be like, hey, let's watch this battle. And I'm like, well, I already started on this one. So I'm kind of just going to play it by ear tonight. And if nobody even wants to watch anything, I'm completely cool with it. I have to, you know, I'm building a kit anyway, so it kind of works out. And this kit is actually not going to take that long because it is a very small kit. Not a very small kit, but I'm usually building like a little bit bigger kits, which are the 100 scales, and this is the 144, which means it's tinier. And I'm probably gonna knock it out super fast. Actually, I might even be done it by I'll probably be done most of it by the stream. I'm already done like half of it, so. C18. But yeah, I figured, hey, why is my camera off? I think my camera goes off because I don't know why. That's weird. Yeah, my camera is also voice activated, so if I say something that might think it goes off, then it will turn off. I can technically turn the voice activation stuff off. I like barely ever use it. But yeah, also my camera's like the tracking camera, so it'll like follow me as well. I bought it for like my tutorial stuff, and like then I just ended up using it as it's better quality than my old DSLR was, so I just ended up using this now. I feel like I've upgraded my setup like every other couple months. I put something new into it. The issue is I don't know, I feel like sometimes I get into the streaming mode and then like sometimes I'm out of the streaming mode where I'm like I just don't really care about streaming too much. Like tutorials right now are super easy to make, and they're super like I've been teaching since I was a kid, so it's definitely something that I enjoy doing. Streaming is fun, but streaming is like a hit or miss sometimes. Not only that, but I get hit with like copyright every single time, and like not copyright, like bad copyright strike, but I get like hit with, you know, the music's being used, which is what I'm trying to stay away from right now because it's just unmotivating to do something, and I can't get this fucking piece in. Unmotivating to do something only to get hit with like a strike or something, especially when I like don't even mean to do it. It's annoying. Not fun. A8. Oh, commercials on. I am curious if like something ever will come into breaking where like I'm curious if breaking will ever get on a like I don't know, massive scale where you can have like I think the closest we have to it is like Joey Chaotic, right? Joey is like a b-boy, but like let's be real, like people watch him for his like IRL, right? It's not really like they watch him because he's like a breaker. And I don't think we'll personally, at least in my lifetime, I don't think we'll ever come across somebody who is like a b-boy who is like just live streaming and everybody wants to watch breaking. And I'm not trying to hate. I'm just being realistic, you know? I feel like anytime I say something bad about the community, it's taken as, like, something is, like, I'm, like, being a negative Nancy or something. But I'm just trying to be real with people, you know? I don't want to, like... There's a lot of people who try to, like, fake a lot of shit in the community when it's, like... I don't know, just be kind of truthful about it. There's no need to be fake about it, right? Like, the people that say, like, oh my god, breaking is at the highest it's ever been. It was in the Olympics. Like, it could have been in the Olympics earlier, but I think the way that, you know, bringing up Steve Graham again, I think the way that Steve Graham really put it into the light And the WDSF people, well, the original WDSF people put it into light for the Olympics, like really took over for it. Could have been done before, probably, but it definitely took way too long to get here, I will say that. And that's kind of the fault of I don't know. I feel like it's still the same thing today with like OGs and like the older guys, like having a say in breaking when like, dude, none of these guys even dance anymore. And it's kind of shitty. I don't think this. It's kind of shitty to have people that don't even break having like the biggest say and shit. Are you interested in a new Gundam series? It's a movie that's coming out, and I think I'm gonna. It actually comes out next week, and they're playing it in the States. I think I'm gonna go see it. Probably not on the weekday, but probably like on the weekend or something. It's definitely a different look to it. Like, I don't know. Like I'm big into like Gundam, like the you see like original like army military look. So this is definitely like out of the box of it. Oh, yeah. Well, oh, is it a series too? I just thought it was a movie. But the look of it is like, I don't know. It's gonna be hit or miss for me. Like, it looks very modern. And it looks very like even the mechs look pretty like I don't know. Just it's very different. Very different from like the normal Gundam look. And I'm okay with like different looks and everything. I just think like, I don't know. It's the story's either gonna get me or it's not, right? I think no matter what, dude, it's big robots fighting each other. Like, I'm gonna watch it, right? And I'm gonna like it. But if the story is not good, I'm probably I don't know. Some of the stories are hit or miss. Do you like Armor Core? Yeah, of course, man. Love Armor Core. I've been a huge Armor Core fan since I was a kid. And to be fair, like, even the first, like, Armor Core, I don't even think I played the first Armor Core when I was a kid. I just enjoy... Since I was a kid, I enjoyed, like, mechs and, like, robots. The movie, I believe, are the first couple episodes put into a movie format. Oh, really? Did they even start the show? So, like, do I even watch the show then? I mean, I guess it's like, what is it? It seems like they're doing the opposite, where they're doing a movie before the show then. That's kind of interesting. I didn't know they were doing that. Like, the style of Gundams that are in it look dope. I don't know, man. It's like 50-50. It's 50-50 if it's going to be, something that I get into or something that I'm kind of just like, about. Show broadcast in April. Oh, weird. I guess they're probably just going to go more into detail. It's just an OVA or whatever. Which is pretty cool. But I don't know. I don't see a reason to do it. I guess just to get people interested in the show when it comes out. Why is this not hooking on, bruh? There we go. It sucks that they're moving into all being CG instead of hand-draw mecha these days. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, like, that whole, like, gist of, like, using CGI in anime, never been a fan of it. I'm just not about it. I enjoy the original, like, style of animation. I also... I mean, I don't know if this is for anybody else too, but like being a PC, like playing games on like PC, like I'm used to like 60 frames, right? And when I see CGI running at like I don't know, it looks like 30 or something under 30, it doesn't look visually pleasing to me. Like Berserk, when they came out, they redid Berserk and they came out with like a Berserk series. I think on like Netflix it was on. I was hyped that they were coming out with a new Berserk series. I was like, oh, shit, yeah, they're going to, like, follow more of the manga. Like, after the 90s, 97 took place, like, before, like, technically where, like, the manga started. So, like, when they were talking about doing the new series, I was like, dude, it's going to be sick. And then they ended up doing, like, half of it as CGI, or not even half of it. It's just, like, most of it was just, like, CGI shit in it. And I was like, dude, I can't watch it. Visually, I could not watch it. And I love Berserk. but I just could not watch that fucking goddamn anime, which sucks because like I wanted to. But I mean, Berserk's not the only one that does it. There's a lot of animes that like took that CGI shit and tried to run with it. I mean, even the new Dragon Balls, like, the movies, like, I can deal with some of it, like, but you know, like the movies aren't not as bad as like that Berserk anime was, but like, even with that, I'm just like, dude, like, don't maybe it's most likely because it's easier for them to like, you know, produce, but it's still like, why am I like, I don't know. I feel like they should also be like, yo, this looks stupid. Why are we doing this? But I know it's because of how easy it is. Yeah, the first version is still the best. Yeah, 97 version of Berserk is still the best version of Berserk. And then they were supposed to redo another one, but then I heard that kind of got delayed or something recently. They were supposed to redo it again, but keep it not that shitty CGI version. Studio Orange shows are fun 3D anime. They're adapting Leviathan this year. Oh, sick. Yeah, I think when they're done correctly, I'm cool with it. Like sometimes I'll see the CGI in the anime and I'm like, yo, I'm super okay with it. But then, yeah, there are just some people that just do not get it right, and it sucks because stories are so good sometimes that like the CGI in it is just such shit. I'm like, yo, we're talking about anime. Like when you look back into like that era of anime, like 97, like the late 90s, even 90, early 90s, like that style of anime, I would say like the late 90s especially, like was just so fucking good. Like everything from like Ghost in the Shell, like any of that stuff was just so detailed. And today, like the modern version of anime, is very like, I forget the name of the style of it, but I just saw an article talking about it, about today's like very minimalistic when it comes to like detail, and it's like to do with like this weird shading of the animation, and like it's cool to an extent, right? But when you look at that compared to like something just so detailed like back in the day, it's so wild. It's just so ridiculous to see how much detail there was versus like something that today, which today, man, I just watched the latest episode of Solo Leveling today, and I was like, the fight scene was fucking so wild. And, you know, you can tell so much time goes into it. It's so detailed. But there are parts of that anime where I'm like, well, this kind of looks like shit. Not like shit, but like definitely like very bland looking, right? Compared to the rest of some of the fighting going on. But, dude, like, I'm not trying to spoil it, but there's like this final, you know, blow that happens, and like the amount of detail that goes into that blow is just fucking wild. That it makes you say like, oof, like just one hit will make you say like, holy shit, dude. I'm reading Dragon Ball for the first time, and I'm on chapter 15. Never read or watched it before. Shit, really? Dude, that's wild. I think Dragon Ball was like, Dragon Ball Z was like my introduction, besides like Akira, when I was a kid growing up. Like Akira and Ninja Scroll were like my introductions to like anime, like as a kid. I remember my dad taking me to like, I think it was Blockbuster at the time, and he was just like, yeah, this is like cartoons for adults, you shouldn't be watching this. And I was like, okay, whatever, you know. And I watched it and I was like, this is ridiculous, like, you know. And I think it also sounded cool where it was like, oh, like cartoons for adults, like, and I'm a kid, like I should watch cartoon for adults, right? And then like from there it was like journeyed on to, I think, Z, because then Z around like the late 90s, Toonami started on Cartoon Network and they had Z on there. But I was watching Z from Japan, like the VHS. So I grew up on the subs, like not the dubs of it, but I would watch on Toonami too. So I was used to, I think Dragon Ball Z dub wise is one of the only dubs like I can watch, because like I just grew up with the dub version of that. But on sub wise though, it's just like I got into Dragon Ball Z, and then like you know, seeing something like in the States they were on like Goku going Super Saiyan 1, but in Japan it's already like, dude, you can go watch Boo versus Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And you're like, where is this coming from? You know, the internet is like first coming out too, so like you can like really get a grasp of like going on 56K modem and like going to check out like, you know, music videos. DMX up in here with like a fight scene of like Majin Vegeta versus Goku. Like, man, it was fucking super sick finding out all that shit. I think most Toonami shows have dubs I enjoy. Yeah, me too. And I don't know if that was like a thing that I grew up with, because I mean Toonami also left, and I think by the end of it, but like yeah, even like Cowboy Bebop, like I was okay with Spike's like voice in Cowboy Bebop for like the dub. Maybe it was because I was a kid, but today I cannot watch dubs. Like I think I want to go watch Daima, the new Dragon Ball series that's out, which also the only reason I started watching it was because first I thought it was just like some bullshit. I was like, dude, what is this stupid like Dragon Ball show? It's probably like just some dumb thing. But I didn't know it takes place after Boo and before Super. Like I didn't know it was a prequel to Super and it was a sequel to technically Dragon Ball Z. So I was like, oh shit. And also I started because somebody just posted up like somebody going Super Saiyan 4, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And the scores on the newest episodes are like super good. So I started like finally starting to binge on that too. C20 D9. We had to download 20 MB episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Dude, yeah. And that was the shit. Like waiting for like a day to download a full episode of Dragon Ball Z. Like we would go. What we did was DC, what up, yo? We would go to like flea markets. I think Static stream stuff. We would go to flea markets, and Napalm had the entire Dragon Ball Z on VHS. Like every single VHS for Dragon Ball Z, like from start to the end of it. And dude, I just remember using his VHSs to like binge the end of like Boo Saga because like it was just taking forever. Dom, have you seen 2023 Battle of the Year? Battle of the Year 2023? I mean, possibly I've seen it. Are we talking about Battle of the Year, like breakdancing Battle of the Year? C20. Oh, these fucking pieces, dude. I thought I lost one of these pieces before. Or I cut one of these pieces out earlier last night, and I mistaked it. $26. Okay. I never the Battle of the Year movie. Was that movie good? Battle of the Year movie was tragically it's not bad, it's also not good. I think I was in LA when I went to go. No, I think I was in Florida. I was somewhere. I went with Goofball actually. No. I was in Maryland. I was with Goofball when we went to go see it though, because it came out and we're like, dude, let's just go see it, man. I remember when that movie first came out, they had like somebody recommended me to go audition for it because they put me on a spot to like read part of the script, and I don't know. I'm probably not a good actor, so I didn't get the part. Also, the part that I was reading for, I don't even think that part was in the movie, to be honest. I was reading to be somebody's brother. I forget who it was. But I don't even think they put that character in the movie. Anyways, no, the movie's not that great. It's a little cringy. And that's the other, you know, I don't think there's ever been, I'm going to be honest, I don't think there's ever been a good dancing movie. That one with Ichigeki. Battle of the Year. Wait. There's Battle of the Year with Ichigeki? Like old Ichigeki? But I don't think there's ever been a good movie that, at least breaking movie. Like I've been on the lookout. I think the best breaking movies are Breakin' and Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not, or Beat Street. Beat Street's actually pretty sick. I like Beat Street. And if we're talking about documentary style, Wild Style is good, and Freshest Kids is pretty dope. But when we're talking about Hollywood wise, dude, there's no good Hollywood movies out there. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear there's a good breaking movie out there. I had a documentary with them. Didn't know there was an actual scripted movie. Yeah. Yeah, no. There is a Battle of the Year, the movie. Chris Brown is in it. He's one of the best dancers in the USA. And the arch villains in the movie are Korea. I think we were talking about this last week, actually, when we were talking about Korea's kind of downfall-ish. The downfall era. F-111. But yeah, the movie was I don't know. I think it's hard. You know, a movie was really bad. I think it was called B Girl. I think it was just called B Girl, and it was about a B girl. And again, I get it, man. I respect the time and the hustle it takes to put into the movies. At the same time, I gotta be honest about it, right? The movie was not good. I think it's dope that B-Boys actually created a movie for, like, B-Boys and B-Girls. But the issue is, I think we're always so focused on, like, the dance itself. I kind of wish we just had a good story, a dope movie, and then we put this guy as, like, the B-Boy behind it, right? Show a couple things about breaking here and there. But the movie doesn't need to be fully about dance or fully about breaking. I think that's where we start to lose it. God, now I'm thinking back to, like, Battle of the Year, the movie. You know, maybe it was worse than I thought. Maybe I was just giving it too much credit. That'd be alright. I mean, man, and then Chris Brown. That's why you have Chris Brown memes happening today, man. We have Chris Brown memes happening because we made a fucking movie and we made him the best breakdancer in it. I don't even know if he was the best breakdancer in it, but I know he was, like, one of the leading people on the squad. Oh my god. I wonder if people still make, like, residuals off of that. It's gotta be being played somewhere. It's gotta be on somewhere. Or it fades into existence. Or out of existence. Which, honestly, some breaking movies have faded out of existence. You know what was actually a good movie? Flashdance. I think Flashdance was pretty decent. They had some breaking in it. It's a dance movie. I think what happens is they turn... I think Beat Street works because at that time, that's... Like, Why Not says, like, that's what was hip, right? Hip-hop is some, you know, comes from, you know, hip. What is hip at the time? I think at the time, Beat Street, it works for that era, right? It was a movie that came out in, I think, the late 90s. Or, I mean, not late 90s. Late 80s. Early 90s. And it just worked for that time because that's what was happening around that time, right? But today, you try to kind of put, like, you know, push that out and, like, this is not the hip thing to do, you know? I don't think it... Maybe when, like, America's Best Dance Crew was happening, that was, like, you know, it's kind of, like, the hip thing to do. Dancing is hip-hop dance. But, like, I think dancing is evolving to a point where, like, doing just straight breaking is... I don't know. I had the Wand Dance manga is getting an anime by Madhouse Studio. I saw something about that. Yeah. I saw something about that, and I saw Madhouse doing something else. I don't know where I saw it. I think somebody... I was watching, like, a bunch of trailers the other day for, like, new anime coming out. Dude, do I have to do this twice? Okay. Yeah, I think I saw, not a trailer for it, but I think I saw somebody talking about it. Dude, this is so confusing. What the fuck? Sometimes, man, these pieces are too small where it just doesn't make any sense. And my tiny little fingers can't even make sense of it. Okay. Nope. Dude, what the... Madhouse has a current show called Orb, which is really good. Oh, I think I saw... Maybe that's what I saw. I saw something with Madhouse. Oh, I have to pick up my fiance tonight from the airport at 11:30, but she just texted me and said she is delayed. So I fell asleep. Oh, she fell asleep waiting to take off, and now they're delayed. That's the worst, is being on a flight and like being like, oh, we're a little delayed, and then you fall asleep and you wake up and you're still sitting there like in the runway. There's no air. Like, there's no airflow, so it's just super hot. Everybody's just pissed off. It was definitely not the fun way. Dude, okay, so this is here. This is here. You stupid. Okay. Got it. Or, dude. Sorry, this piece is like super, or at least the way that it is oh my god, this is so ridiculous. Why make this so difficult? There's this little piece that's like, okay. I see what they're trying to do here. Jesus Christ. Some of this kit is like way too technical. Not way too technical, but just... the battle is a battle from New York right now. I'm just waiting to see if there's any good. Actually, you know what? Here, while I build, we can put this on. I was trying to stay away from like... because I think I know who's battling right now, so we can watch this. Let's go to... Hey, relax. I don't know. This is Static's view. Bird's eye view, bro. You get the best. You get the view everything. Let's turn this up a little bit. Go, kick glide. Dynamic, guys. This is actually Static just standing up. He's that tall. Honestly, Static is really tall, so. Guys, if I don't get this fucking piece in, I'm gonna lose my mind. Got it. Disco ball point of view. Yeah, seriously. Actually, this battle kind of reminds me of like what the Gathering. It's like a tiny version of what the Gathering looks like, actually. I'm an idiot. Oh, this is what's his name from All in Flow. I mean, yeah. Swazi. Jump back hand hops. Oh, I thought he was gonna listen and land in an air chair. That's what I would have done. Oh. 26. Dun, 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 dun. Dude. Get Down for Gaza is the name of the battle that's happening.
To the judges.
Dynamic. That's a good word.
3, 2, 1.
Dynamic. Kind of wild. Dynamic is like still a crew. Not a crew, but like still repping as a crew.
On deck, we got Sure Shot and Swift Character.
I think what would be cool is if people actually came out with kind of like histories of like at least the older crews. Like, actually, I just saw a book or something. I'm getting like an advertisement on my Instagram for like books. This one hip hop book, and I don't know if it's for like New York City Breakers or somebody, but I think we need more of that. Books being written about crews that kind of like pioneered a lot of shit, because I'm interested, and I'm sure a lot of other people are interested. And also, maybe we can get down to brass tacks about who created moves, and because I'm annoyed trying to find that out, because I hear there's like 10 people that created windmills, and it's not fun. Who is it? Nebs and somebody else. Dude, this view is wild. I hate bird's eye view. I mean, I appreciate static, but view-wise, it's hard for me to tell certain details. Like, I don't know if that was a crash or not. It could have been. It looked kind of sloppy. But from bird's eye view. I'm not saying it was sloppy, I'm just saying. Nebs. I like Nebs' shirt. Isn't what's his name in this battle? I think I saw him earlier. Oh. Commercial. I'm not getting paid for this. This is static. Static, this is my payment for you. Enjoy your ad. Did you see Seven to Smoke? I did not. Only because I'm not a big fan of Seven to Smokes. I'm not gonna lie. I saw of it, but I cannot watch more than like 10 minutes of a Seven to Smoke. I get really bored. That style looks like Flea Rock. I don't know. I can see it. Dude, how can I fucking get this? Is this Eli or not Eli? Yeah, is that his name? Eli? Yes. Jackhammers. Okay. Okay. I don't know who's judging either. Dynamic. Well, Dynamic and Titan. Dynamic Fiends.
Sure Shot and Swift Character.
Who was it? Sorry, this is not me. Static's internet. And that's Static's internet too. Swift characters? Come on. At least they're playing some classics, though, I will say that. I'm with it. I wish that... There we go. Better. The Swift character guys are super dope. I think they're... Not a lot of people talk about them too much, but I think they have some good ideas on them. Come on. I promise you, it's not me. I guess I could... Quality... We'll keep going down if it keeps messing up. Dom, did you have a favorite U.S. national dance show? Like So You Think You Could Dance or ABDC? I liked America's Best Dance Crew. I thought it was cool for what it was. I think it was dope. It gave like a platform for like dancers to, you know, especially like look at Jabberwockies now. You know, like these guys are like making a living dancing. I think it was super dope for that. Super Crew like won the second one, I think, and like I think it was dope. It gets everybody's names out. It gets everybody exposure. I liked watching it, and I liked rooting for like the b-boys on the show. You know, it was fun to do. But other than that, like So You Think You Could Dance was fun. Goofball was on So You Think You Could Dance. I think that was a cool show too because you know it's a way to give exposure to the dancers. You know, on like the you know the general public. I thought it was dope. I think after a while it gets kind of boring, but yeah, I liked them. I thought they were dope. No like corny like I don't know going over the limit of like now for this challenge you have to eat a hot dog while doing a dance routine, like some stupid shit like that. Like it wasn't ridiculous. I actually just watched this new show on HBO called Roller Jam, I think was the name of it. I just had really big high expectations of like people on roller skates doing crazy shit, and it was not that at all. Solid. The turnout for the jam looks pretty damn good, actually. Air chair spins, man. I haven't seen them in a while. Oh. Solid. Okay. Swift. Swifty. Alright, I gotta figure this out. This is supposed to go, dude. This shit is so wild. This piece is driving me insane. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, fucking got it, dude. Oh, yeah, it's the guy who spilled water on the floor, I think, right? The guy with the white shirt headband bandana thing on. Dude, big ups to the music. might be a good battle. Who was on the left side? Co. That's cool. Good ideas. Pretty long round. It's technical. I don't know if it's enough though for somebody like Jihad. These guys might win the whole jam. At least from under seeing the bracket so far. Gotta get you out here for Whack Donut's 2nd year anniversary, bro. Wacko, what up, yo? Yes, that would be dope. I would extremely like to do that. Listen, I don't really take judging jams anymore, but I would do it for your jam. I think Bashville is like the only jam I accepted this year out of all the ones that I was asked to do. Actually, it is the only one I accepted so far. Trying to. Logic, what up, yo? Oh yeah, it is this guy, the water guy. I think so, right? This is the water guy. Yeah, this is the water guy. Starts with a K. I don't remember. Is Soju Think You Can Dance still going on? It is. Goopball's super busy. He is in the middle of like opening up a restaurant type of thing. I don't want to speak too much on it. I don't know how much he wants me to announce of it. But yeah, he's doing big stuff right now. So, also we have something coming up for Lines of Zion. Also not saying anything yet because something tomorrow might be announced about it. I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut. But yeah, you'll find out once it's announced for that stuff. But Soju should be still going on. I'm pretty positive it is. So at least I hope. Did you have any favorites So You Think You Can Dance solo auditions? Dude, it's been so long since I watched that show. Honestly, I can't remember. Like, there were a couple auditions that I did watch, like maybe more than one time. But I totally forget, man. It was like the early 2000s. Either way, just trying to get you in San Francisco. Well, listen, dude, if I'm out in San Francisco, my girl's definitely coming out too, because she lived there for 10 years, so she will definitely come out too. So that will be a treat for both of us. One of my bucket list jams. Well, Soju? Dude, yeah. Soju is by far the best jam of the year. Whenever it's held, and it's, at least I can go to it, like, it's in my area. Not area, but, like, on the East Coast. I'm not trying to fly to the West Coast, like, multiple times a year. It is the event to be at. Dude, I do not understand this piece at all. Did you see the B-boys from Six Step Crew? Ryan, Hawk, Victor, Kim? Yes, yeah. The Quest Crew guys, yeah. Actually, it's funny, speaking about So You Think You Can Dance, they're like when Goofball does So Do You Think You Can Dance out on the West Coast, it's all like the Quest Crew guys that do it with them. We're like super cool with the Quest Crew guys. They're the homies. Tentative date February 7th. Ooh. Yeah, bro, let me know. I will 1000%. 1000% come out to kick it. That's a very wild sweater. Oh, is that Jigs on the other side? I didn't even notice until just now. Oh, they're gonna be a good they're a good battle too. Do you know if Flag is making new B-boy songs? Yeah, Flag is always making new B-boy songs. I just think Flag is just, you know, usually busy with just traveling, and it's like when he gets the time to do it, he will. And also he takes his time with making I'll have Gundam for you. Peace. That's what I like to hear. He's just usually busy with you know, traveling and doing a lot of stuff. But yeah, man, he's always making music. Oh, dude, I fucking got this piece. Thank God. Yeah, he's always making something new. Just it depends on when he wants to release it, because he's just so like, I don't know. He's very like picky when he is doing all of his stuff. Okay, I guess they're on break right now. Let's go back to... We can go to this view while they're on break. Oh, I didn't even realize this chat is like inside of the... Let's fix this real quick. Dun 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 dun. Wink wonk. There we go. But yeah, Flag is he's very like into music, and he's very into making sure everything is dope when he does. He does a lot of You watched the new Gundam Seed movie yet? Which one? Are we talking about the new one that's about to come out? Yeah, the one that's like smashing box offices in Japan. It comes out in USA next week. I think I'm gonna go next Saturday or Sunday to go see it at the theater, because they start on like Wednesday, I think, and you can get like tickets, and I'm highly doubt it's gonna be sold out in my area, so I'm just gonna pick a day and go and see it. But it's dope that they're like bringing it to the States to go and like check out. All right, now that piece is figured the fuck out, dude. Some of these, listen, these kits are extremely easy to get, but when you get like a kit that's like small, and intricate, and like certain pieces fit only certain ways, like even the pictures in the book for it, they don't even make sense. just have to like start winging it at some point and just start to move pieces around. Not sure if you heard, but they're gonna announce a new Tony Hawk remaster pretty soon. Yeah, I heard somebody blew the cover of that game coming out by announcing like they were excited that they were in it, and then people are like, "Wait, what do you mean remaster coming out?" But yeah, I'm excited for it, man. I grew up on like the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I know like the newest one they came out with, I think was bad or something. They came out with one recently. It was either I think it was like the newest one. Whatever one it was like terrible, I heard. I didn't even like play. I didn't even like get it. Are you excited for Monster Hunter Wilds? Yep, that's all I've been playing for the past... I mean, I've been playing Worlds for the past week now, nonstop. Like, just getting the grip of getting back into it. I will 1000% be playing Wilds for a long time. I'm excited to see, like, the new, like, open world aspect of it. Like, yeah, I'm fucking, I can't wait. All I've been doing like the past week has been like fixated on like Monster Hunter. Tony Hawk 3 and 4 was leaked. Yeah. Okay. So that's 3 and 4. Oh, they're like remasters, right? Of it. The last remaster was pretty good, but I think the game before that one that came out was Dookie. Yeah. That's the one I'm talking about, I think. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 wasn't good. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. The newest one, but not the remix, but the newest one. Yeah, I heard was like shit. Okay, we got this piece. B, and I need C25. I got that. F11 I got, and D9. Did you ever watch a dance show called 360? It came out... Dude, I think so. It sounds familiar. But I'm not positive. It sounds familiar, and I think I know what you're talking about. I think I at least have the image in my head of it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I know what you're talking about. I don't think I did watch. I mean, obviously, I don't think I watched it enough to remember what it was, but it sounds familiar. This just makes me more hopeful for Tony Hawk's Underground on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, all the Tony Hawk games, man. I think also the Tony Hawk games gave leadway into a lot of, like, the way that some mechanics work in gaming, especially grinding-wise, like, at least for me, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was like the first game to be like using grinding in that aspect of it, right? I did play Kingdom Come Deliverance as well, but that game was taking forever. Because it's very realistic, I just have it on the side right now. Because, like, that's a game that you play, like, on the side when you have some time, because, dude, there's only so much I can take of being like, alright, I'm in the middle of a mission, but now I'm tired and I need to go sleep. Or I start to, like, shut my eyes. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be so focused on it. You know, making sure that you're eating, making sure your dog is fed. It's, like, too realistic to the point where I'm like, I enjoy it, but also I'm getting annoyed. So I switched off and I played Availed for a little bit. And I think that game is like, I don't know, it's kind of mid. It's not as bad as people make it seem, but also it's not as good either. Like, I'm not that interested in the story in it. It's a lot of, like, Pillars of Eternity lore in it that, like, you should, I don't know, I feel like, yeah, they give you, like, a way to, like, click on, you know, it'll show you the lore of that word, whatever word it is in the conversation. But that's also a lot of reading. And when I'm reading a lot like that, dude, I'll just end up being like, I'm tired, I'm gonna go take a nap. Yeah, Avowed just came out last week to it. It's on Game Pass for free, but I got the Ultimate Edition to play like 5 days early. It was like, when you get the Ultimate Edition, you had to pay like an extra like $15-20 or something. And I was like, yeah, I had nothing to play like 2 weeks ago, so I played that on the side of like Kingdom Come Deliverance. But it's getting like a lot of heat because of the woke. Oh, it's woke, which I don't really think it's woke, but brewing safe potions in the alchemy lab. Yeah. Yeah, but also brewing potions is like, it also takes time. Like, dude, it takes so long to go from like, all right, I got a mission to do. This shit shouldn't take that long. It'll take me like 3 hours to do, because I'm like, what happens is I'll end up brewing potions, and I'm like, all right, I need to go eat. I'll go eat. And then in the middle of that, I'm like heading off towards the destination. Something happens where I'm like, dude, I want to go check this out. There's like some dude just laying on the side of the road, and you go do this quest. And then in the middle of that quest, you end up like almost dying, and then you use your potions, and you're like, wait a minute, I gotta go brew a little more potions for this quest. So then you end up having to go back, but then it's nighttime and you're tired and you need to go to bed. You wake up, and then you're like, all right, let's go do this mission. And then you go to the mission, and you're like, wait a minute, there's a lot of talking in this mission. Everything took like 3 hours when like the mission itself was probably like 10 minutes long. I honestly don't really get games like that. The main reason I play games is to escape, not from... Yeah. It is a bit I get why people like it, and I will say it is very fun to play in that lane, right? I think it's in its own lane of like of the game. It's very immersive, is what it is. But my brain power can only put so much into it. Like you said, like if I'm brewing potions, like I would like it. I'd like to do it a couple times, but do I have to do it for every single one? Yes, that is time consuming. And when we're talking about brewing potions, we're talking about putting your ingredients out, making sure the water is boiling, making sure that we're timing the potion correctly each time that you have to turn the dial to time the boil. Then you have to add the ingredients, and then you have to distill it. And then if it's not done correctly, you don't get the best, version of the potion. And you're like, why did I just do this? I mean, it's definitely fun though. It's definitely fun to do, but I definitely understand people being like, "Hey, is a bit too much." It's definitely not for everybody. I do enjoy it though. But Monster Hunter, dude, I cannot wait. I'm thinking about taking off of work, to be honest. Sorry guys, can't make it in today. And my fiance's been in Colorado for the past week. And she's been snowboarding. So probably next week she's just gonna want to chill, which means I'll get that weekend too. Ooh, Mario, hi. We're watching Static Stream and I'm building a kit at the same time. I was talking about Lines of Zion. Nothing about, stuff, but I was just speaking about Flag making new music and how lazy he is. I mean, he's not lazy, I'm just kidding. Dude. Let's see. Stop. I didn't spill anything. I didn't say anything about anything. I said, guys, be on the lookout. Who's DJing this? DJ I'm with. Yeah, Lines Design 2. Yeah, Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, it's coming out. Everybody be on the lookout for Lines Design Part 2. I do find it funny when I do hear people talking about Part 2 of anything being Electric Boogaloo. I don't know. It's something that even today I chuckle to myself at. People that are doing I don't know, on YouTube or something when they're making videos and they're like, oh, blah 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 Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm always like, clever. At least you guys know of the movie. Who's this guy dancing right now? Let's see a bigger view. Alright, I know that's Camillus. The guy who spilt the Lines of Zion book. Ooh, I mean, yeah, if any of us could write a book, I feel like anybody could write a book nowadays. The amount of time I've seen people say that they wrote a book and it's a #1 seller on Amazon and I don't even know what the book's about. It's kind of wild, but K-Water. Quarter. Yeah, I agree with that name, actually. It's completely good. Actually, I might just start calling him that from now on. What the? Dude. Okay, so that's that. That's that. Oh. Dude, this is stupid. Dude, what? The fuck? G9. Yeah, we just listened to some nice jazz in the background. G9. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the DJ is actually pretty sick. There was an event yesterday too in Jersey. I think I was about to go to it, but then because Fox was spinning, and I was like, shit, I'm just gonna go to this jam and like probably cipher for a little bit. It was only like an hour away, but Fox took way too long to respond to me, and I was like, I'm just gonna chill. I like to go to jams, but at the same time, if I don't know anybody at the jam that's like super cool, that I'm super cool with, I'm not saying I'm not super cool with like people that are gonna be at the jam, but like I mean like that I'm like usually like chilling with a lot. Then I don't want to go there and be by myself. Then I just feel weird, and I end up like sitting by myself and watching the cipher, and I'm like, this is lonely and depressing. Like, is this what it feels like to be a B-man? Okay, so these go on the bottom. Ooh. Ooh, baby. Tip your bartender. Always tip your bartender. I don't know. After that, like, Easy Rock incident, I'm very, like, hesitant on watching people be at a bar at a jam. Realistically, you can drink and judge. You're definitely good to do it, but just make sure you can handle your alcohol. Like, I don't even care if you're a bad judge. Just, oh, what do you mean? What happened? The whole incident with Intact and Easy Rock getting on the mic. Did you not see that? Dude, I used to love this song. I don't know who this DJ is, but they're ripping it. I know like people don't like disco music or whatever, but dude, I love disco music. I love funk music. I love breaking to funk music. Makes me move completely differently than I like hip hop, like normal slow hip hop. But like if I'm like trying to rip it, dude, you better give me some like funk. I need something like BPM better be a little bit decent. Dude, I haven't been checking on the scene that much. Oh yeah, there. Hey, speak about Kingdom Come. So incident happened where Easy Rock voted for Mace in a battle instead of Intact, and Intact ripped it. And then somebody said something, and then Easy Rock got on the mic, and dude, it just blew up. There's footage of it somewhere you can probably find online. I don't want to play it on here because I have no idea where it's at right now. But yeah, it's up there. It was just kind of wild, like the scene that was made from it. And I also think alcohol kind of played a little bit part of it. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to say it, but pretty positive. But yeah, it was a lot of talking going on. There's no need for it. I don't think like it's kind of. Also, it's another thing. Is 7 to drink still a thing? Yeah, 100%. If it's a thing, it's definitely at like the after parties or something. I'm not an alcoholic. Hot take. Funk is better than 90s hip hop. I might get like, hit for saying this too, but I agree with that hot take. I'm not gonna lie. I like hip hop music, but when it comes to dancing, no, I'm more of a funk guy. I'll take funk over the hip hop. I mean, we're talking about like hip hop, like slow BPM hip hop. When, technically funk is like a part of hip hop, but like when we're talking about like, I don't know, like Wu-Tang, like would I rather dance to Wu-Tang or would I rather dance to some funk? Dance, like for me to feel it, funk, 100%. The original breakbeats, yeah. Yeah, I'm totally down with it. I thought it was a battle, but I think it's just... Are they battling? Here, let's go to this view. It's B-Girl Cypher. I don't know if they're all battling each other. Hey, it's a nifty idea. I like that. Funk definitely has more of a feeling to it. Something about bass that really, like, I can feel it in my chest. Like James Brown? Yes. Yes, like James Brown. 100%. I'll take some James Brown. And you know what else? There's a lot of James Brown songs that people don't even use that are super fucking ill. I would like to hear some James Brown that people don't always play. You know, I think like we hear the usual James Brown songs when we're at a battle, but there's a library of James Brown songs that are super dope to break to. Oh. Oh, here we go. Battle time. Listen to Hit the Floor by Breakestra. When funk hits me with the horn. Ooh, Nelly. Yeah. I'm a big brass fan. Mr. Wiggles, the Spaniard, and the JB style. Mr. Wiggles, the Spaniard, and the JB style. Yeah. Hit the Floor by Breakestra. I'm sure I've heard of Breakestra before. I mean, if it's a known song, it's a known song. At least in the breaking scene. That's something I do also is when I get free time, dude, I will dig for tracks. Like, I have a lot of hidden tracks that from time to time I'll talk to Flag, and Flag will hit me up and be like, yo, send me some tracks that you think are dope from, you know, some Japanese funk tracks, because I dig a lot for funk, for Japanese funk, for just funk in general. I have a very large amount of tracks that I don't think, and you know what? It's like we were talking about this isn't my stream, by the way. I mean, it's on my internet, it's static. When we were talking about Scheme in Japan, dude, the way that he spins in Japan versus spinning at a B-boy jam is night and day. Like when I was going to the underground bar scene bars that he was spinning at, he's just playing Japanese funk, and I mean funk that you would break or you would hear at a early 2000s b-boy jam. And I'm like, dude, how come you don't play any of this at a break jam? He's just he's nobody wants to hear it. Everybody just wants the normal hip hop, or the normal breaks. And I'm like, yo, you this needs to that's what I miss about the scene is coming to a jam and the DJ is playing something fresh, something new, but it's also from the 70s or from the 80s, and it's just a track you haven't heard that you can go and I don't know, my camera just blinked, and you can go and you can search for yourself. Funky NASA, the beginning, yeah, Funky NASA in general, the whole song is amazing. Rye Master the Great, it's one of the famous b-boy songs in Japan. I don't know, if it's a famous b-boy song, I definitely know it. I've probably have heard every song that is played at a breaking jam multiple times. And I think that might be a reason why, going to a breaking jam, I don't feel it the same way I do as I used to, because all the music is just the same music I've been listening to as a kid, right? I know, people say, oh, once I hear this track, I'm always it's going to make me, move. But, if I keep hearing the same track more than 50 times, I'm going to get bored of it, right? I think today, if I go to a breaking jam, and most of the music there, it's just the normal stuff I always hear, and it's not making me move the way that, I used to move. People in the scene glorify the 90s way too much. 100%. And I mean, that's that's kind of also an issue that happens in the community where I don't think people really understand that breaking is an evolving dance, and we can't I get it, the 90s were great, and it was what people say is the golden era of the 90s. At the same time, the scene evolves, right? And the scene is dancing, and this is hip hop, and it's supposed to be, we should be looking for the future and not worried about the past, and not saying, well, back in my day, this is why it's good and this is why it sucks now, without having anything else to say besides that. And I think a lot of older heads in the community just want to say, well, my time was better than what it is today, versus let's try to get this new generation on, let's give some stuff that we used to do back in the day that I think could better the scene today. The way about going about it is completely wrong. And I think, with where breaking's at today, I think it's fine. I think breaking is going to evolve. It's going to be different. And people just need to have an understanding that it's not going to be the same as it was in the 90s, because this shit evolves and it's going to change, especially with the community and the new people that come in. And I think we listen to the people because they have a big name in the scene, but at the same time, like, just because I have a big name in the scene doesn't mean we should be listening to them, right? I just think we should look more towards like what we can do to better the future up versus this is why it used to be dope and that's it, you know? For example, like when I just like posted up this shit about like the silverback stuff, it's just like, yeah, like I saw like some of the comments on it. To be fair, 99% of the comments is everybody agreeing with it. But then I got like comments like, "Oh, yo, you're talking about stuff you don't even know of," and I'm just like, "What do you mean I don't know of this?" Like, also, it's like the most vague comment you can put on a fucking on a fucking video about me just talking about like a jam that Silverback used to have, right? And then like I think K-Mel even commented on it and was like, "What did this event do for the community?" And I just responded like, "What does any event do for the community, right?" Like, I don't think I think, you know, it's always taken with like, you can either talk good about the scene and then there's always going to be people that are like, "Nah, man, it's not, listen, back then it was so much better because blah blah blah." Or you can talk bad on the scene and then people are like, "Yo, why are you talking bad on the scene? Like, you know, give the kids a chance." Like, you're at a lose-lose no matter what you say if you have a voice in the community. And I don't know. At this point, I don't give a shit. Like, if you want to agree with me about something, it's fine. But I just think there's a lot of bitter old people in the community that kind of need to realize that breaking is an evolving dance that just kind of need to just let it go, help out, or just know that people aren't gonna like want to talk to you about shit, right? There's a way to come into things and be respectful about it, and there's a way to be disrespectful about it. You know, we can talk about people like Ken Swift or Poe One. The way that they come into the scene and give advice and talk about it, that's legitimately like the view we should be looking at things. They come in, they respect everybody, they give their viewpoint, you know, and I'm just using them to an example because they're like two that like right off the top of my head I can think about. But yeah, I think there's a lot more people that just want to hate on the community versus people that want to help out with the community. It gave a b-boy a chance to get paid well. Yeah, the silverback? Yeah, it did. And I mean, I don't understand why we gotta hate on something like that. And somebody in there said like, "Oh, like it's normal for people to just resist from being groomed." And then I was like, "What are we being groomed for? Like, what are we being groomed for?" I never got a response to it. I'm just honestly curious, like, what did Silverback Open have anything to do with being groomed? And like, what was I meant to be a millionaire or like something? Like, I remember there were people who were elated when Silverback announced that it was no longer continuing. I remember reading an article, DJ Lean Rock really don't like sharing his music because he wants to make money from it. Is Flag the same way? I don't think Flag's the same way. I think Flag is... you know, Flag makes music and then he puts it out. You know, I don't think he's like really sharing it because he's like he's gonna make money off of it. You know, whether or not he goes to an event. I think he's more about going to an event and playing a track that everybody's gonna like versus him like holding on to it because he wants to sell it. I don't think Flag's like that at all. I think they mean pampered into believing that you'll be rewarded for not winning. That's stupid. That's like some. If you're gonna say that's the way that we're grooming people, that's dumb. Because you're giving, it's not just like you're pampering like the b-boys who are like never winning anything. It's like you're giving a chance for like everybody to kind of like, and not only that, it was one jam. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was like an every jam experience where 100 people got paid. It was one fucking jam. Like who cares? Like everybody got paid for it. You know what I mean? And like if we're gonna talk about people like winning, like I think if you're a kid who is like literally just started 2 years, 3 years ago, and you have a chance to be in a top anything of like people where Hong Ten is involved and the people you look up to are involved, that's some motivating shit. If I was a kid and somebody's like, you have a chance to be in the top with these people, I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna do my best. I don't care if it's like an easy, I don't care if some other b-boys were like, I don't really gotta do anything, I'll be top on 100. It's whatever. It's fucking whatever. But like to give motivation to like the newer generation, which really matters more, I think that's what really matters. Dude, I'm sure they would love to have been given the same treatment back when they first started. 100%, dude. And I do think a lot of it just has to do with like people that are just upset that they don't have the opportunities or shit like that. I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying some of them dudes are definitely just bitter, and it is what it is. Okay. I got this shit done. Onto the legs. Damn, this is an old track too. I haven't heard half these songs in like I don't know how long, years. Hey, come on. B17, B21. You know, also, I think this type of music kind of gives people a little bit more like wiggle room with dancing wise too. I think there's more to this music than a lot of like the breaks that are being produced today. God damn, Kid Glide, that was actually probably one of the best times I've seen you hit that. I'm not saying you don't hit it at all. I'm just saying that was a really good one. This event is Get Down for Gaza 2. It's being held in New York, and it is live currently. This is coming from Static's Twitch. If you're not following Static, you can go follow him. He usually will live stream events that are going on in New York, or at least like the New York area. Did you guys see the clip of that like little kid who does like all the back bend stuff? I also, I don't know if anybody's been noticing this, but the amount of people doing back bendy, like feet touching their head kind of shit is like like ungodly right now. The amount of little kids that I'm seeing doing like, you know, I guess like who can I use as example? Ricky Zhao, that guy, like with the weird back bendy stuff, dude. The amount, like the amount of little kids doing 90s like that and doing like freezes like that right now, it's just all over the place.
Dynamic rockers. Give it up for Dangerous Minds, y'all.
Great battle.
It comes a point where I start to think like, dude, like where do we go after like all these moves have been created?
On deck, Jihad and Communists versus Jigs and Paco.
Oh, Paco. Jigs and Paco? Is that who it is? Yeah, is there like a certain point where like as soon as all these like even these little kids are doing like these amazing moves that like adults are not doing, like blow up wise, like where do we set the bar at? You know what I mean? Like where is the next bar going to be raised? Because I feel like we're getting to a point right now where like levitation might literally be the next big thing. Somebody's gonna literally need to levitate in order for me to be like, that's amazing. I remember I was able to do that when I was a kid. Would love to have the same flexibility now. Yo, that too. I wonder how much is like because you're a kid and like, you know, you're like now just you're that flexible and like good to do it. That's been my like thought process for a little bit now. Is like is just like how the scene, like, are these kids going to continue to break, right? Like, I know when I was like 13 or 14, like I started breaking, right? But that's me starting breaking. And it was a totally different journey for me, like starting breaking with like the internet and everything now. But like, is it like, if you started when you're like 3, when you're like 14, are you gonna be like, yo, why did I start doing this? Like breaking, like my friends don't break. Like I wanna do what my friends are doing. And then they end up just quitting, you know what I mean? Like they're still young enough to do that. So like, I wonder how many kids are actually gonna stick with it versus, you know, how many are gonna just find different avenues to go off of. I think also it's gonna depend on how breaking is viewed within the next, you know, coming years. Because I don't know. I don't know if people are gonna, you know, you grow up as a kid and you're like, man, why am I breaking? There's no money involved. There's no like, there's nothing involved besides the same shit I've been doing for the last 10 years. Did anyone crack a double air flare yet? There is a kid who, okay, Monkey King is probably the closest that has done it. People say no because he landed on his elbow, but it was pretty much it. It's only a matter of time. And then there's another kid I saw on, he was on like a gymnastics floor, I think it was, and he did it, and it was good. It was very nice looking. Do you know a b-boy that has the craziest flexibility? I don't know anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I will say there's a guy from, he's on my Instagram, and he's like not like anybody known, and he's not like that good of a b-boy, right? He's just very flexible, but the flexibility that this dude has, like, he doesn't put his foot around his head. He puts his foot like down to, like, it goes behind his head and to his middle back, and like very flexible, like in that sense of leg flexibility. Like Ricky Zhao is like pretty flexible, but like he's back flexibility. But then I just saw these kids, and I'm like, these kids might be the most flexible people, right? Kolobok? Kolobok's flexible, but there's definitely people more flexible than Kolobok. I think as long as there's opportunities, then there should always be new breakers in the scene. I think so too. I think there's always going to be new breakers, but my thing is, I guess like the viewership of breaking, like, I think no matter what, breaking is going to be, you know, people are always going to be interested in breaking. There's always going to be a couple people in it. But like, is there ever going to be a time where like breaking is going to hit like because right now I feel like we're at a decent like wave right now that we're just riding, right? But I don't know, like, future wise, like where breaking is technically going. I'm not trying to like, I'm not talking bad about it, I'm just being realistic about it. I don't really know on like, because of the Olympics of being like okay, we'll say this, like Dizzy is talking about like, you know, the breaking house and everything, and how, oh, like, you know, people don't understand, like this is how it should be done. B-boys having their own studios and having fan groups in their city, and like that might work in certain areas or certain countries, but it's not gonna work in like USA. Like it's not gonna work in USA unless there's like something that really brings in breaking to the USA. Like, you can't just be like, yeah, come down the street, watch this guy who's from, you know, Virginia enter this contest, like in the middle, like West Virginia. Like, come watch this contest that this guy's gonna come and bring out. Like, I don't know. I think it's different for a lot of people to kind of. Who won that? Did Swift win that, or did Dynamic win that? But yeah, I think like, you know, we've been talking about this, like, it's like the ongoing topic of the stream is like, what is really, like, you know, the mindset of the public right now with breaking, and I don't know. I've been like just thinking about it a lot recently. I did an interview yesterday with the BNC guys, and we talked a little bit about it, and yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm also putting this piece together. Here.
All right, y'all. Let's wake it up. We're almost done.
There we go. Flexible styles are always fun to watch. It's a shame there's not much more in it. Yeah, because it's kind of talked down upon. Or actually, it's not talked down upon. It is kind of talked down upon, to be honest. Usually, not talked down, but like usually people that are flexible focus on their flexibility, right? And if you're not like a dancer in the scene today, then, you know, or you don't have like a specific like structure to your style, it's rare you see somebody who has a good foundational structure, traditional style to them, and that is like extremely flexible, right? A lot of flexible people focus on their flexibility. Is talked down to open by the most generic breakers too. 100%. And I think there might be some jealousy in that to an extent, to be like, oh man, you're just somebody to put. When me, Isaiah, and Mario battled in freestyle session, I remember after that battle happened, with Casper, Kid David, and Luigi. I remember walking past them, like, to shake their hand, and I walked past their side. I don't know who it was, but, like, it was whoever was, like, friends with them. It was, like, one of the OG B-boys from the West Coast, and they were like, yeah, man, you beat them, and, like, you didn't have to do that dumb foot behind your flexible shit that they were doing over there. And in my head, I'm like, damn, man, you guys really hate it that much? Like, was watching a Smurf stream and he saw Phil Wizard do something flexible and was disgusted by it. Nah, man, I think flexibility is fucking fun, man. It's character. It brings something new into the scene. I don't give a shit if people do anything flexible or not. I think some of it's amazing, and then I do think some of it looks kind of cringy. But if you work with it correctly, I think it's fine. I'm always open to creativity. Some of the most creative b-boys always had some of the most flexible styles. I think that's still like what it is today. Some of the most flexible b-boys do have like it's weird. It's like you won't see a very traditional style b-boy with really flexible moves. I'm not sure if it's because they're not flexible, so they make up for it in focusing towards the foundational side of it. Do you think b-boys should learn to be all well-rounded, or just dance freely? Some b-boys are good at power, some... Yeah, so... Okay, we'll watch this battle, and then I'll kind of get into it. I'm sorry, I'm, like, also watching Jihad go wild right now. Dizzy did a documentary, a video on it a long time ago. Wait, he did a documentary on what? Creative b-boys? Being flexible? Alright, I want to see who wins. And then I'll talk about this. Because I'll get a little bit into why I think it's, why I think... Again, I'm not saying it was better in the 90s, but I'm saying it gave a little bit of a different feel. Yeah, on, like, different dance. Oh, I think I did see a video about that. Jihad. Yeah, they got it. Okay. Okay, so...
We're going straight to the semis.
Straight to the semifinals. Okay. Let me go back to this view. Okay, so the way that I think of... break... They're going to talk pretty loud, too. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to put this on real quick. Alright, so the way that I see people focusing on like different parts of their style, right? We got this is the difference of today and like when I was growing up. And I'm not saying like, hold on, let me get this shit out of here. Hey, come on. I'm not like saying like I'm not saying people don't do this today, like I don't know, like focus on like a specific style or anything, but for me growing up, like everybody was focused on specific things, right? Like Napalm was very focused on power. I was focused on like personally, I was focused on being all well-rounded, but I was focused on also, like, text and being creative, and a lot of, like... I mean, we're all focused on being creative, but I was more focused on, like, the footwork, like, technical side of, you know, the crew. And, like, then we had certain peoples that were more focused on the, like, dancing side of, like, breaking, right? So, the difference between... Bunny Girls, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I think the focus between, you know, today and where it was back in the day was the crew mentality of, you know, when I was starting was much different than what it is today. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing because, again, the dance evolves and it is what it is. But something that really got my interest in breaking and why I really, like, took a lot of, like, you know, it was really fun growing up with, like, a crew and we were super close and we were, like, all together, like always battling and like in the same mindset, always practicing together. We all had our roles, right? And I think like to me, when I was growing up, crews were more like like a squad of like, like playing. It was more like playing a video game in a sense, right? We could say like in a battle, you would have like your set power heads, right? And you would have like you would need your arsenal of people, your army of like your squad to be good in each category, right? And you need to be prepared because a lot of people just focused on a lot of just like one aspect of the dance, right? You had your power head, you had your style head, you had your blow up dude, right? You had your guy who focused more on dancing. And when it came time for the battles, like you were always prepared to throw them people out. So you knew, for instance, I would say like we knew if we were going up against, I don't know, somebody, we were just going up against a crew and we saw they were sending out a power head. We would look at Napalm and be like, all right, Napalm would already know. He'd be like, yeah, I got this dude. Like he's like, I'm gonna focus on him, right? So we had like the power head, and then like somebody came out and they were like doing blow ups, and we're like, all right, blow ups, we'll send somebody like Isaiah out, right? Because Isaiah has some ridiculous blow ups. So yes, in a way, like to me, it was a little bit more fun in that aspect. It was like, I don't know, it's like playing like Marvel Rivals or like Overwatch, right? Everybody had their role to play in the field of the game of war, right? You were just prepared to go out, so you really sharpened your skills and you sharpened your weapons up to really go after like who you were going to take in that category. And to me, that was fun. Like that was like playing a game straight up. Today, everybody's just kind of focused on being very well rounded, and there's nothing bad about that. But I think the enjoyment of seeing like a power head going after a power head, like we watched IBE last weekend, right? And we watched, Bruce Lee came out from Korea, but USA had Shorty, right? So Shorty came out and the crowd was hype, right? And everybody knew Shorty's power head. Like, so we got Bruce Lee as power head, Shorty's power head coming out. You're like, yo, the big power heads are going after it, right? And then after Shorty came out, KYS comes out, right? The end comes out, and the crowd is like, oh shit, right? So like that kind of build up was so fun to watch. And today, I don't know if I have that same feeling in like certain battles. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because the dance evolves and it's gonna be different, and everybody is very well rounded today. But I miss that aspect of like seeing a power head coming after a power head, right? So yeah, I think that was super dope back in the day, and something that like I don't know if it's kind of still there, right? If you have somebody like, if you're watching like Monkey King is in a crew, and then you got another big who's a power, like that, the kid Tiger, who's amazingly good at power. You could see like, if the crews are battling, you'd see like Monkey King come out, and then like Tiger would come out. You'd be like, yo, two power heads are coming out, right? Like people that are focused on their craft and like sharpen their swords in that aspect, that is extremely fun to watch. And I think that's what makes me really enjoy like the aspect of battling and like crew battles, especially in breaking. I think somebody was just talking about like making a comment on like, oh, we have way too many one-on-ones. Highly agree with that. I think one-on-ones are awesome to watch, but also the crew aspect, I think, brings this whole other element to breaking that is missing from like a lot of jams today, where, and I'm not talking about 2-on-2 or a 3-on-3. I'm talking about like a crew battle. Like you're like, we'll say at least a 5-on-5, where like you can cover all these categories, right, of breaking. So I do think it's cool to like really hone in on your craft. At the same time, the scene kind of evolved to where competition wise, they like to check mark boxes. And I think that's kind of like, I don't know, I think it's kind of whack to like do check mark boxes, but that's where competition scene is kind of today, right? I'm sure not all judges go that way, but it's kind of like that. So that's my thought process on it. Kind of miss it. And I'm not saying it's like, the scene sucks because it's not there, but it's definitely something that when I grew up as a kid, like it really got me like interested, in it. And it also like gave character to people, right? Like we can say like the power heads were like the Zangiefs of like Street Fighter, right? These big dudes, like maybe they don't move slow, but like when they hit hard, right? But then you got like, somebody who's a little bit more like technical, right? Or like somebody who's like more traditional style, which would be like a Ryu or something, right? And they don't need to hit hard, but they got a lot to them, right? They got a lot to work with. And that's like, I don't know, to me, like that was like a very fun aspect of breaking. It's still kind of there today, but it was definitely more visually there when I was like growing up. Okay, we can get back to watching this. Because it looks like these... Oh, they like went straight into it. Okay. This song used to be a banger too. Come on. Another thing with crew battles is when you got crews who are constantly throwing out routines. I remember seeing Havakoro versus some French crew in Battle of the Year a while ago, and I felt robbed because you can see Havoc wanted to do one-on-ones while... Yeah, I mean, there's also, like... It's etiquette, man. And, like, some people just have horrible crew battle etiquette. And, like, when you're doing a routine for, like, 10 minutes long straight, into, like... you know, a solo, into another routine, into a solo, like, that's just horrible etiquette. And there's no rules in place to say, like, you can't do that, right? But everybody on the outside is like, dude, like, come on. Like, do we really need to do a fucking 10-minute long routine? Like, like I said, like, the LOZ guys got screwed out of, like, the freestyle session crew battle because, like, the crew they were going against was just doing big, long routines that, like, realistically, routines don't give that much element to, like, your round, right? Your round is, like, focused on the solo aspect of it. You don't just do a routine and that's the end of your round. You do it as an introduction into, like, the other person's round. It's either going to help their round or it's going to hurt their round. Or it's just going to make their round average, depending on the routine. But I do remember, like, when I was growing up, people use that as, like, an excuse, which is why people probably dug it into their heads of, like, oh, I gave them the battle because they were more united as a crew because they were doing routines. And that quote has people thinking that you need to do routines if another crew does routines or you're going to lose the battle. Which is then when you have half-assed routines also coming about because super crews got together and they're like, yeah, let's just do a commando where I roll in and you roll in, or I roll out and you roll in. And we'll say, hey, we're also a crew because we do routines too, you know? I think somebody solo can beat a crew routine if the solo is good enough. The Swift character guys are ripping it. All right, F1 14 G12. Shit. Woo! Oh, is that Alien S judging? Alien S is judging, I think. I think Alien S is all the way to the right. Jihad. They're probably going to end up winning. Last battle is going to be the final battle. Alright, they're on Cypher time.
Don't forget to enter the raffle. Support Palestine, Camp Breakers.
We'll put that to the side. I mean, it's kind of weird for a event to be on like a Sunday as well. I got his book a long time ago. Keep forgetting to read it. What is it? Is it like the Art of War or something? That's the name of it, or the Art of Battling or something? G12. Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like, yeah, it's like the Art of Battle. Yeah, I can't read books, man, like that. I heard it's good, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like laughing at it because it's ridiculous. I heard it's actually good. I'm laughing because I can't imagine myself reading a book about breaking. I'm not battling anymore, so no need. I guess so. Yeah, I would, yeah, I don't know. I heard it's decent, though. You know, I'm not knocking on it. I think it's pretty cool that he came out with a book. It's like literally one of the only breaking books that's out there. You know who I don't, who I, or what I think doesn't get enough recognition is Storm's like footwork fundamentals video. If I had to recommend anything for like new people wanting to start out, it would be Storm's footwork fundamentals. That video is beyond like a godsend for like, dude, even today, like I went back and watched that video the other week and I was like, yo, I never knew this was like a footwork that was like a footwork move like anybody could do, you know? Do you know Kick Orchestra crew from Japan? I don't think so. Kick Orchestra. Who's in it? I just bought it to support, which is nice of you. At least you're supporting. I know a lot of people get real upset when they don't support the b-boy scene. I mean, it depends on what you're supporting, though. Like, if you're supporting a $800 outfit, I can understand why you're not supporting that. Or, like, $150 pairs of shoes, too. That, too. I get why people don't want to spend $150 on a pair of breaking shoes. Dude, what the fuck? Huh? That don't make sense. Ah. Penis shoes. Sunshine Dam 13, they had a battle 2 weeks ago. Oh, Sunshine Jam? I know about that. I didn't know they have, like, they hold the jam, though. I do know about that jam, though. Break Orchestra. I have to know them. The name is super familiar. And I will say, as much as people talk about Dizzy shoes, I will say, honestly, that I do respect his hustle, though, right? Like, he's one of the only people out there that's, like, putting in money, putting in time to, like, promote the shoes and make the shoes. And I will say, like, I do respect the hustle. Even if I don't like the way the shoes are, I think as a b-boy coming out with, like, a shoe, I mean, at least everybody knows about it, right? I can say that. It's at least made its name around. Watch Kick Orchestra versus So Roots. Okay, we will do that before I end the stream tonight. Kick Orchestra versus So Roots. Dude, I found some shoes that look like Dizzy's, but they were from a bigger brand. Low-key thinking of getting a pair myself. No. There is a shoe company. Every so often when I find these shoe companies, I post them up. And I post, like, a question mark face. Because, like, hey, this looks pretty familiar, right? And there are a couple that are, like, really very expensive shoes with, like, the arrows on them. And I do post them up from time to time because I think it's funny. Yeah, there's not many people trying to do stuff like that for the community. Yeah, 100%. Now, I think it's... I give respect to it, but what I don't like is when people say, oh, like, the b-boy community can't even support its own community and, like, buy my... You know, I don't know if Dizzy has really said this, but, like, the way it comes off sometimes with people who do make clothing and stuff is, like, the b-boy community doesn't even support me. But when you are spending, like, dude, if I'm trying to feel good and look good in a pair of $125 pair of shoes, I'm going to buy something that I feel good and look good in, right? $125 is not scrap money. B-boys are not millionaires. B-boys don't have a lot of money in general, which is why people usually get into breaking, because it's usually free of charge of everything. You don't need to take classes. You learn everything yourself. So charging $125 for a pair of shoes is rather expensive. And I get it. On his side, he needs to make money back. Or anybody's side, you need to make money back, right? But you can't force this on it and then blame the community that they're not supporting you, right? Like, people support my streams, right? I don't need to get paid for this. Like, yeah, I can ask for tips and I can ask for people to support, and I appreciate anything that I always get. But it's not like I'm like, yo, the community is horrible. They never support me at all. You know, I'm not like going on tangents like that or anything. It is what it is, right? Like, you're supposed to do stuff for the community, right? And then just enjoy the community and put it out there. If you're gonna make the money, make the money, but don't blame the community for not supporting you, you know? If I was a millionaire, I would buy 2 pairs of your shoes just to buy 2 pairs of your shoes and say I'm supporting it, right? And this goes for any kind of clothing that's being put out there. But usually if I get stuff in from people, like, dude, I will support it. Most of the stuff I wear on my streams, I'm getting sent it. I'm buying it myself from like a local company, or like this shit, like this New Type shirt. Like, yo, the guys from New Type over at that, and New Type isn't even like a B-boy thing. New Type is for like Gundam and like Gundam building. Like, yo, these guys like sent me like a care package, right? Like, I'm gonna support the shit out of them, right? Wacko just sent me a shirt for Whack Donuts, which I will wear on a stream, right? The stuff I usually wear on streams is like the communities and stuff that I like to support. Yeah, I'll wear like a Patagonia shirt here and there because like, I don't know, it's a shirt probably like nothing else is washed to like really wear on stream that looks nice. So maybe there's like a day or two I do that. But most of the time I'm like usually wearing stuff that's like, you know, that people were nice enough to like gift to me, or like that I'm trying to support, you know. And I think, you know, again, this is like everybody's business where I'm not going to sit here and throw a fit because nobody supports a stream, or like because nobody's paying money for a stream or anything. Yeah, I tend to wear stuff like that too now. Also, I think it's cool because, I don't know, I don't like to wear the same exact thing as everybody else likes to wear, right? Or you can wear them like old like B-boy or die t-shirts. Remember them things? Them things sold like fucking hotcakes, dude. There was not one jam that I would go to around the like 2010s era that I did not witness 3 or 4 people wearing a B-boy or die t-shirt. Them things were all over the place. I think they had probably the most traction out of any B-boy company, like B-boy Spot from like Mex. Like, dude, he like did it right with like promotion and like pushing out his stuff, man. It was like so good. So good. Half of my shirts and hoodies are from Destroy. The rest are from thrifted or smaller unknown brands. Yo, and Destroy's another company, man. Like, actually, the jacket that Yasmin was wearing, I'm like low key, I might just buy it. It's like a little bit pricier, but it's a jacket, right? So it should be a little bit more pricier. But it's sick, and it's something that I can wear. And this is the other thing. Like, Destroy has shit that like you can wear on the outside. Like, yeah, I'd wear it out. Like, I'd wear it to the city if I went out to eat or something. Like, it's like when companies go thinking in a direction that's not just straight B-boy, like, I will fully support it like 100%. And like, maybe like if it's cool, like even to wear out, it makes me want to pay even more for it, right? Tribal Wear, Armory, Snipes. Yeah, Snipes is definitely newer. Tribal though, when I was growing up, was like, dude, it was the shit. Tribal, I remember this time it was when I first started dancing. The internet was like just, you know, coming about. 56K modem, and I was on a website. I think it might have been Freestyle Session, and they had like a store, Freestyle Session store, and they were selling Tribal Gear shirts. And I remember getting like what's it called? Hold on one second. 15. D16, D15. Okay, so this is in my box. I remember getting like a shirt and asking my mom, like, hey, can I use your credit card to buy something online? And my mom was like, no, you're not using my credit card. My credit card information is going to get stolen. It's the internet. People's credit card information gets stolen all the time on there. And I'm like, no, mom, like, it's cool. It's like Freestyle Session. And then I had to like show her that like this site is securely like for payments. And she was like, all right. And we went, I bought the Tribal shirt, and I never got it in the mail. And my mom was like super pissed off. But yeah, that's the gist of my mom using credit card information and trying to buy stuff. Bug, yeah, Battle Underground in Japan. Bug is huge still, right? That's like really big over in Japan still. Trying to find a piece in this bag because I cut it out yesterday because I made a mistake. Found it. And yeah, and what's the other one? The other one is Suware. I don't know if you guys know what Suware is, but like Suware is another company from Japan that I actually recently, it reminds me, I just talked to the guy who was like responsible for Suware, like it's like the dad of Suware. And somebody connected me with them. I forget who I was connected with. Somebody from Waseda, I think Abre. Yeah, he connected me with the guy from Suware, and he was just like, "Hey, man, like." He's like, oh, this is, the guy from Suware. Like, if there's anything you want, like, you can talk to him. I'm like, yo, it's nice to meet you. Like, is there any way you could, like, make, like, just a basic, like, black and white Suware shirt? Like, I'm, like, begging for a Suware shirt. Because, like, I forgot who, but someone started a Crasher brand. What do you mean, Crasher? And, like, Crasher is, like, the name of it? But, yeah, the Suware is another big one from Japan that, like, dude, I've been just dying to get a Suware shirt. The story even branches out to rollerblading community. Oh shit, really? That's sick. I didn't even know that. Now it's Forget Never B-Boy Wing Company. Wing Zero. Yeah. Forget Never, yeah. Forget Never is like super big. Forget Never is like probably it's easily one of the biggest. Next to Bug out there, like yeah. I don't know if they're talking about. Let's hear what they're talking about real quick. Let's go back to this. Well,
And then the finals. All right? Are you ready? Okay. All right. So we're gonna pass it on to Mo. So thank. All right, y'all. Pay attention.
Thank you, Rebecca, very much. Thank you all for having this amazing, powerful event. It really means a lot for me.
they're talking about because this is breakdown for Gaza.
Kind of like on my phone today, but I'm gonna go off like the pics as well because I have a lot to share with you all.
Okay, he's gonna talk.
So my
Go
name
turn
is
it up.
Mo. I go by Funk. I started Cast Breakers in 2004. I looked around the house and I looked. There was like a big wall between Egypt and Palestine, and I was wondering like what's life like behind that wall. And then I thought like my first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get close to the wall and start dancing. So I walked to the wall and wanted to make it a little bit like looking good wall. So I found like a piece of charcoal and I started like writing on the wall.
So I'm
It's
assuming
like a wall, it's like
this
a
guy is probably the main guy responsible for the breakdown in Gaza. If you guys didn't know, this is like this is an event. So, sorry, it's gonna be loud. I turned it up a little bit so we can listen to what he was saying.
Breakdancing can free people, and that's why I'm here right now. Breakdance can save people, can take care of people, can shelter people. Hip hop, power of hip hop.
You know the meaning behind Forget Never. Wing Zero said it means learn new shit, and also don't forget foundations, which is a super dope meaning for it. Yeah, I think I didn't know the meaning for that before.
Take care of the community, to teach them how to dance, how to forget, how to deal with their traumas, how to deal with after wars, their PTSDs. We work with big organizations, and then in 2012 we wanted to have our own dance school because we were just dancing in bedrooms here and there, like in the streets, and we just wanted to have like official place for us in 2012.
Hey, come on. Now it's too quiet.
We started a fundraiser and we were able to fundraise the amount for our dance school, and became open to public. All the students usually just walk in, boys and girls, dance for free. We didn't charge anyone. We actually, earn, we were like spend on our kids. And the dance school became like like a safe place, like a zone for the kids to go, decompress, forget about anything that happens at their lifestyles, and just to dream, to have a bigger hope, to have hope in life. Because I don't know if you all know, living in Gaza Strip, it's like you have literally no rights or no freedom. You can't just say, oh, I'm gonna fly out today and go somewhere for vacation. Because there isn't nothing such as airport. Right now there is no borders, people are actually stuck in there. Uh, so today is February 23rd. You know what happened last year on February 23rd? On February 23rd last year, the team first faced a tragedy. The tragedy caused by a nearby bombing. There was bombing that happened next to our dance school, and sadly resulted in damage in the dance studio. We have like a big open wall right now, and it's in the winter, and it's
It's
cold
basically
over
talking
there.
about like how
But
his studio.
more than that, we lost two beloved students.
Oh man,
We
that's
have
sad.
Rania to the left and Tuta to the right. Rania
They're saying like how two of his
left
students
us at
passed
age of
away.
9 years old, Tuta left us at age of 6 years old. This picture was taken in the south where we were then asked to evacuate to. So we were evacuated to the south and they lived there temporarily until supposedly it became safe in their homes, so they went back home. And 2 days later, they left us. They were gone. Those angels, they are our hope of generation of e-girls, of generation of dancing girls, of a generation of kids that will dance and spread the word and spread the importance of hip hop and breakdancing in the community. And they were taken. They were taken away from us. They did nothing. They had
Sad,
nothing
man.
to do with war, with politics, with any fight. They were just, they were beloved, happy children. Please pray for them, and they may rest and dance in heaven.
Hey Cody. Yeah, man, I've been streaming for a little bit now.
I want to thank you all for being here, for being present in this amazing event to help our community to come back, to help our dance school.
We're watching. Well, I'm building and
Right now,
watching
multiple programs.
Breakdown for Gaza 2 that was happening. Static is live streaming it right now, so I figured
We get
put it on in the
selling
background.
T-shirts or any donations here and there. We are doing two important programs. One is called Battle of the Week. It happens every Friday. Battle of the Week, it gets the boys and girls battling together. We usually mix, boy and girl and like someone who just started dancing. Like, it was like
This is the guy who I'm assuming is in charge of the whole thing, and he's just like talking about, I guess the reasoning behind everything.
We are doing our best to take care and make our students feel that we are here for them, that they are heard, and we are looking out for them. And if you're looking at Come Speakers videos, you will see it in their faces, in their eyes, that they know that we are here doing this for them. So thank you for your attendance, thank you for your presence, and let's get down for Gaza.
I'm working on slicing the Heat Hawk for 3D printing. Yo, dude, actually, how are you going about printing that? How big is your 3D printer?
This is bigger than us.
Wow. First world problems, oh my goodness.
We're gonna do
shit.
our big world final.
Yeah, so you got to do it like piece by piece, right? All right, I'm gonna go back to. I don't really know what's happening here. Oh, it's about to get. I don't know. I think he's just teaching some dancing. I think that it's about to be on the final battle too. I think it's about to be over actually. Bamboo A1 mini, so it's in pieces. They're going to do that dance. Oh yeah. That's real party vibe. Party dancing, man. So after you get done, but are you gonna put a light in it and everything for the 3D print? Yeah, I would want to as well because it looks super sick. But I don't know how you would do that. Like, I don't know how that guy. Some of that stuff is like. Dude, I just saw something else. That somebody's like printing in like really good colors, and it definitely is not the 3D printer like the resin that they're using. It's like the colors are really good, really smooth, and really. I gotta find out like what 3D printer it was. But somebody just posted it up. I was like, holy shit. Why was there no Battle of the Year last year? I have no idea, actually. We were talking about that on stream, like, I think, like, 2 weeks ago. We have no idea. No idea. There's no word on it or anything. Oh, they were focused on the other event. That's right. That's what somebody else said. They were focused on, there was, like, some 2-on-2 event that was happening. It was, like, an all-styles event, so they focused on that versus, like, Battle of the Year. I think they did it with, like, snipes. I have some people at work that will help me with the wiring. I need to get the wires light and light foam. Yeah, you have to like use foam for it, right? That's another thing I've been like curious on, like, is like people. I talk with Dynamite's girl all the time about it, with Viv. I say girl, his wife, about it. Like, and how they use it for cosplaying. And I'm always like super interested in it. Like heating up foam and like molding it and all that stuff. It's very interesting. Shit, this needs to be cut. I mentioned that on one of the Crumbs videos, but he said there was a Battle of the Year that happened. I couldn't find anything. Really? There was a Battle of the Year that happened? No way. No, because I looked too. I went and looked for it. I didn't see shit. Definitely no Battle of the Year last year. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that shit. Dude, why will this piece not... There we go. I know how to work EVA foam. I don't know what that is. I don't know enough about that stuff yet. I am curious on it, though. You know what? I was thinking of, I was actually thinking of going to KatsuCon earlier this month. And, trying to do cosplay for, I don't know, probably this year. I'm probably going to try some cosplay out. But then I was, like, looking for, like, oh, I need to find, like, people, like, hold on, my fiance was delayed. Shite. I have to pick her up from the airport tonight. She keeps getting delayed. Shit. Oh, wait. They like actually. It's just like a. Okay, hold on, wait. My bad. Here. Okay, I'm assuming it's the expo. Whoa, these girls were like just battling before. Break the Floor recently happened. It was dope. Yeah, there was a lot of events that happened. I was saying that like when I first started to stream, dude, this weekend there were so many events that happened. There was like 4 or 5 events, like big events too, like not even like small events. There was like 4 or 5 big events, and I was like, I'll just like come on and like, there's so many. I'll like catch up at another time. I did like a interview and a video shoot yesterday, and I'm just like burned out from breakdance talk. um. Oh, you went on Sunday? Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking of doing like cosplay wise. I'm thinking of doing 9S from Near Automata. Like, you know how I'm looking for people like my height, and he's like, and I can't. I think it's dumb. I don't think it's dumb, but it looks weird when people like cosplay somebody who is like much taller than them, and like when we're talking about like video game characters or like anime characters, a lot of people are tall. I gotta basically cosplay as a kid at that point, and I think 9S is like that's somebody I've been like, maybe I'll do that. Are you going to BC1 final in Japan this year? No, no, no. I'm not going to BC1 finals. I'll probably stream it though, but I will not be going. Unless I'm in Japan. I plan on going to Japan again, but that won't be till next year. Wolverine? I don't know, man. Wolverine calls for like a tight outfit, and I don't need my junk showing. Automata dub was pretty good actually for JRPG. Yeah. I think so as well. Did you see the accurate size Wolverine in the Deadpool? Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like, okay, so something that, like, when I was at MagFest this year, I saw a lot of people cosplaying as Leon from Resident Evil, right? But then there were so many, like, listen, I'm a short guy, so I can say this. There's so many short guys, and I'm just like, that's not Leon, man. This dude is way too short to be Leon. And it's just, it doesn't come out to be good cosplay in my head. Like, I don't think you're doing a good cosplay show if you're inaccurate, even in size, right? Like, also, Leon is not, he's a normal human being. There's not too much to cosplay for Leon. But I think I've been just focused on accurate sizing of myself. Alright, these are done, these are done. B22, B23, B24. Easy enough, bruh. Final battle. I went as Kyo for a Halloween rave last year and got few recognitions. Sick. That makes me feel good. When you do cosplay yourself and people are like, yo, cool ass costume. Like, okay, I'm not wearing this to be a douchebag. I want to cosplay as a mobile suit. Dude, did you see the ones I saw a few at, well, I saw videos of some at Katsucon, and then I saw some in person at MagFest this year. I was like, holy shit, man. Hey, Dom, on babysitting duty, so hearing you might be... Oh, dude, no, it's completely fine. Vince, what up, yep? We're having a more chill kind of stream tonight anyways. They're doing a final battle right now. Three rounds apiece. Oh, okay. I saw some at MagFest too. Yeah. Ooh, dude, Vest Gang. Dude. Thank you for pointing that out. I completely forgot. I think I was more worried about him spilling water on the floor than I was about him wearing a vest. This will be a good battle. I think. I don't know. I don't know who will take this. This will be good. Who's on the right? It's Kiglide and Swazi versus Camillus, whatever. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce his name. And Jihad. Yeah. Glide on the right. Also, just saying, Avowed so good reminds me of Oblivion. Yeah, I was just talking about Avowed. I played a little bit of it. It's okay. I do like it. I think people are being way too harsh on it, but I do enjoy it. I think it's good. I'm just in Monster Hunter mode right now because Wilds comes out this upcoming week, so I've been playing Worlds again, just getting ready for it. But Avowed is decent. It's good. I'm still sad Shigekix gradually took over Issei as poster boy for Japan. I'm not too sad about it. I think Shigekix just played his cards right? I think Issei, I kind of like Issei being like the rebel of Japan. That's how I view him. He's like the rebel of Japan. Because like, he had it, but then he was like, yo, screw rebel. And then they took him out of the highlight clip. I beat Avowed. It's good, but a bit repetitive. That's the issue, is the variety of like enemies. I can only take so much of fighting the same exact type. Like, Avowed is good. Also, I just think some of... I don't know, man. Some of... Like, visual-wise, it's good, but some of the visuals are just so irking me. Like, I like the look of it in a way, but then other times, I was playing it, I'd be watching a cutscene, and I'm like, man, this looks really bad. I like Obsidian, though. I think just a lot of people are being very harsh on it because they expected something to be, as amazing as, like, Fallout Vegas or Outer Worlds or something. Imagine Issei join Monster Energy. I mean, I think that'd be funny. That would definitely be rebellious Issei. That's in another timeline. Issei chose D-League, then Red Bull. That's why Red Bull removed his sponsorship. Which is cool. That's what I mean. I kind of like, as much as I think Red Bull BC1 All-Stars are like, they're cool and everything, I kind of like Issei not being part of them. And that's more so of like, I'm glad he's not part of like some of the corniness. Oh, he said he's a biter. I don't know, some of the corny, and I get it, Red Bull has to do some corny shit, but I just think some of the stuff they do is like just very corny, and I'm like, ugh, I kind of like cringe at it. It's not a AAA game visually, but the sequel could be very strong. 100%, I think so. I think if they lean a little bit heavier into the RPG aspect of it, because even the RPG aspect of it was kind of like, I don't know, I feel like there was not a lot of me thinking when making decisions in it. Or my choices didn't really weigh enough, like, I feel like whatever I would pick, I would have probably had the same outcome as the choices that I was making in it. Which was kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of like, kind of irking a little bit, kind of frustrating. It's Shigekix is also part of D-League, but he's still with Red Bull. Shigekix literally joined Kosuke Rocks and on the same team as Issei. Really? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about this stuff. I do think D-League is a sick show, though. Or a sick idea. I kind of wish USA had something like that. It actually might make dancing a little bit more popular if we had a show like that. I think that's something that is needed in the States, is a show like that. It gives like a little bit of fame to them, you know what I mean? Like it's a show that people can enjoy. But also, like, if you see them on the street, you can be like, oh shit, I see you on this show, like this dance show. It's, I don't know. I think that's like super dope for Japan to be doing. But also sponsors get involved too. Yeah, 100%. Hell yeah, let's go, Glide. D-League's so dope. I stay up just to tune into the live for Kosuke 8 Rocks. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like it would be dope if they kind of like made it a little bit international as well. If they had like, I mean, it's fine for Japan to have Japan, but like if they kind of like branched off and did like something for America or like other countries, and then like maybe did like a big show like involving like everybody or something. But I think D League is cool because it's continuous and it's not just like a one and done kind of thing. I'm just rather bored of all the Red Bull stuff. 100%, me too. What would make things more interesting is if we had different sponsors coming in and having their own stars or big comps. 100%. But in order for us to have sponsorships, again, we go back into that debate of the way that we handle ourselves and breaking and how professional can we act. And that's a topic for another day. Pretty big prize money, too. The biggest I've seen at any gym. How much is the prize for it? 18, 20. Okay, we can go back to this view. We shall see who wins. Yes, Kosuke sponsored by Mercedes. Dude, Mercedes? What's up? That's the big moves right there. I mean, in Japan, it's sponsorships work a little bit, especially having Shigekix part of that. Shigekix is like literally probably the most successful b-boy. Like we could talk about like Raygun whatever with the Olympics, but successful wise, I think Shigekix is probably the most successful. Like as in having like sponsorships, getting paid. I mean, the dude has like people that drive him to practices. Like, yeah, it's he's doing good, and I think he's probably like the poster child of like if you want to make it big, you should look at Shigekix. I wish we saw more of Rio Spins. Dude's such a beast. 100%. Rio Spins is super dope. I believe around 300,000? Dude. Oh, that's wild. I also really want to see breaking in the X Games. I felt like if we had more established there. 100%. Well, they tried it for the X Games. They tried it on ESPN too, but I don't think viewership is there for it. And that's why it doesn't really last that long. What's going on? We're giving awards and stuff up here. Oh, they were in a raffle, I think. Dude, $300,000 for a prize? That's wild. That's like, that's what you need to do. That's the real. That is the real b-boy competition. $300,000, dude. That's fucking wild. That's sick. It's not even. I'm not even saying. And you know what? Believe it or not, if you were to bring something like that and put a $300,000 prize pool on something like that, you would definitely have haters on it in the States. Oh, well, they're not keeping original to how breaking is and how breaking used to be. But isn't like D-League like a mix of everything? It's like it's just dancing in general, right? Like just hip-hop dance in general. Now they're singing happy birthday. It's a long process of winning championship in D-League. So many battles against other strong teams at best in Japan. You have to qualify for championship runs. Yeah. Which is cool though. Like it's, it's like if you're gonna pay that much, you got the journey to get there. It's America's Best Dance Crew. Oh, yeah. You know what, dude? You're right. America's fucking Best Dance Crew. That's literally what it is. What am I saying? Dude, you're right. But yeah, there is a little bit more to it. There is. But I think like it does though. But that's what I mean. Like even when America's Best Dance Crew is out, I mean, look at Jabberwockies. Like, dude, they have their own show in Vegas. Like, the show definitely helped out with people. Maybe by like the last season was a little bit like tiring because the same shit was just being done. But if you brought it back like decades later, I think you would start the like scene back up again. That might be the way to go.
But we got a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker?
It doesn't matter if they just went different sides. So we're gonna do one round.
Tiebreaker.
One b-boy.
Bro, we know the side Alien S voted for. Just being honest. So Alien S voted for Jihad and them because I think the Kamalis guy is Zulu. USA will sooner have. Oh, let me get back to this view. USA will sooner have primetime pickleball. Yes, pickleball. That's what we want. That's a real sport, right? Fucking pickleball. I don't even fucking know. Well, I do know what pickleball is actually. To be honest, I've seen some pickleball played, and some of it looks pretty wild. I am being serious too. Pickleball gets kind of heated sometimes. All right, let's watch this tiebreaker. Actually, I'm gonna stop building for a second. D-League, each team has their own style, hip-hop, jazz. See, that's sick, dude. That's sick. That's such a good idea. They kind of had it in World of Dance. Oh, yeah. Well, World of Dance was also a little weird. All right, so that looked like kind of a crash. It was a little bit of a slip-up. Inside 90 to Baby Freeze. It's a cool little thread. Flowing with it. Cool. Solid round. Swazi. Oh, Swazi gonna blow it up. Ripping it. Let's go, Swazi. Crowd sounds lively, which is dope. Yeah, it's gonna be left side, I would say. Oh, it's one apiece. Okay. Oh, that's it? Yeah, that's probably Camelis, whatever the guy's name is, in Jihad. Tiebreaker final battle, man. I don't know if you guys have ever been in one of those. They're not fun, and it's not enjoyable. Especially when you've been dancing all night, and just because one decision couldn't make up his mind. Never in my life. You have to do more work because one judge was like, oh, dude, could go to both sides. Just pick a side, man. I'd rather just lose. Do a damn tiebreaker and then lose. You know what I mean? Like, I already lost in somebody's head. Just... The one time I lost to you could have been my one time.
Let's go. Let's find out who these winners are tonight. I know I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Who's the Cypher King? Who's the Cypher Queen? Who's on the 2v2?
Mo is gonna raise the arm of the winner here.
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Jihad, grab a mic here. Mo, you're gonna choose.
All right.
Mo, you choose. Dynamic.
First, we're gonna do birthday girls. Gonna let us know who won the
Birthday girl.
Cypher Queen. All right, birthday girl.
On a count of 10, 9.
Ooh.
Oh, there's Cypher. Oh. Whoa, the girls were in the Cypher King. That's funny. Cypher Queen. Let's change that, huh? Yeah. Come on, man. Hey. What's going on? Come on. Let's go. Get back. Here we go. they chanting hip hop? Or are they chanting her name? Hip hop. There you go. Pictures. That fucking Kid Glide's just like, come on, man. Sunday night. Got work tomorrow. A7D6. Dude, how much more of this is there?
We're gonna do another countdown. For all the marbles. For the merch.
Tiebreaker, dude. Ugh, man, I'd be so mad. They were like the worst events I'd go to is when they tiebreak a final battle.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit! Dude. Good job, Swazi. I don't know. Maybe there's something I didn't see. I thought the left side took it. Good job, though. I mean, Swazi's been on tear lately, so. Man. Okay, that's it. Hello. Hey. He cut it off? I don't know when he's cutting it off either, so. I figured you want to cut it off when he's getting pictures. Or. Interesting. Cool bags. Okay, let's get if anything else happens, I don't know. In case there's a call-out battle, people get upset. New York, stuff always happens. Yeah, it was Jihad. Jihad and Kamalis. Harris Kamalis. They lost to Kid Glide and Swazi. Sunshine Jam. Oh, yeah, let me watch that. Let me just do this last piece, and then I will jump on that. Because I would like to actually watch it, not be building at the same time. Guy has temper issues and some bad. You know what, to be honest, there's a lot of people that have temper issues in battles. I think, you know, it's part of growing in the community. You'll hopefully one day judge. I haven't really seen it personally, so I can't really say anything. Now, temper to me is when we're going into like next level of touching people, and I think you can talk shit. I think that's fine. But if we're touching people, it's not good. Touching people or like spilling water on the floor for no reason, that also is kind of, I don't know, kind of dumb, personally, for myself. At the end of the day, it's just breaking, man. I don't know why we're, oh shit, there's a lot to do on that side. I'll save that for tomorrow. Alright, let's watch this stuff. Move some of this stuff. Put some of this stuff away. Alright, Sunshine Jam. Stuff I can move in a little bit. Out of my way. Alright. Let's see. Sunshine Jam. Kick orchestra or so roots. Roots. That didn't work. Okay, 13 days ago. You're talking about that one? It was like 2 weeks ago? About 2 weeks ago? Let's go here. Probably gonna have to adjust this screen a little bit. Yes, this one. Okay, cool. Give me a second. Let me just adjust this for you guys so it's not looking like crazy shit. Put that out a little bit. Move this over a little bit. Oh yeah, we're missing a lot there. Oh, we're missing a lot there too. How big is this? Jesus Christ. Okay, this should be good. Not this one. Better angle? Watch FE works. Ugh, okay. Here, let's go here. Let me go to the screen real quick. Alright. FE works. FE works is my homies. Found it. Okay. Not Asian dance scene. Okay, this is it. Found it. Okay. Okay. Sick. Nasty, dude. Boy. Go. Go. Solid, dude. It's wild. Like you can, like the character differences between everybody is just so like just different. Chilling, man. Oh, it's pretty sick, actually. Woo! I know, everybody's losing hats, yeah. Sick, dude. Nasty. That was sick. Dude, everybody's losing hats. Solid. Yeah, everybody's ripping it, but also everybody's losing their hats. Solid. All right, we'll watch that one next. I'll watch one more battle, and then I'm out. I forget the name of these headspins. I think they're called like neck breakers or something. But you know who has really good headspins like that? Kareem. Nasty. I feel like in my head, I've had that idea, but physically, it never came out that way. Solid, man. Dude, everybody's ripping it. Everybody's killing it. It's a hard-ass battle to judge. Oof. Nasty. This kid looks young. Technical, man. Nasty. Okay. Yeah, everybody's like, the technicality and everything is a lot, which is why I'm being so quiet. It's 'cause paying attention to just technicality and everything. Very small detailed. Go. How long is this? Holy shit. Like 50 minutes long? Ooh, routines, man. Whoa, sick, dude. That was so nasty. You know, I think like when I was starting out, like a B girl going after a B girl was like definitely like something, but I just think B girls are like on the like that level of like the B boys now, where like I don't think you even need to go after just the B girls. I think like B girls should just go out and rip it, dude. Like because they could tear up a lot of dudes at the same time. But I do understand it's fun to like be the B girl and then go after the only other B girl. Nasty. Chillin', dude. Nasty. Woo. Sick. Chillin'. Damn, man. This battle's hard. Woo. Nasty. Oh. A little bit of a slip. All right, though. Kill it, man. Nasty. Yo. It's like 90% of hats have come flying off so far. This is sick, though. These two matched up together is like a perfect fucking matchup. Chillin', dude. Reminds me of like old Ichigeki. Ooh. Nasty, dude. Wait, that was it? Nah, 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 nah. There's something else. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, so this is just it. Come on. This is me because oh, okay, okay, okay. There we go. Oops. Damn. Yeah, that was good. I mean, I could have seen either one of these guys coming out with it. That was a really good battle, actually. All right, let's look for this last battle, which is Deathless versus Mortal Heroes. Okay. Deathless is a wild name to have. Deathless versus Mortal. Oh, wow. That's recommended it. Break the Floor 2025. What the? Is that beatboxing? Okay. I will turn it up. It's really low. Whoa, visual effects. Break the Floor's been going on for a while now. It's kind of wild. These are these, dude, this Deathless crew is probably wild, because I'm assuming Deathless is like Tiger, the little kid, Machif, I think his name is, or whatever. Alright, and then this is Mortal Heroes. Mortal Heroes is probably Mortal Kombat and Heroes crew. Nasty, that was dope. Technical. Alright, and this will be a lot of power from this side. Now, I don't know, it's just the final. Because when it comes to this type of stuff, repetition will definitely take part in competition-wise. Very, very amazing stuff to do, but when we're talking competition-wise, repetition is going to hit with like a lot of the power stuff. Solid. Oh yeah, yeah. This is okay. I feel like Heroes doesn't really get a lot of people talking about them. I think it's because, I mean, just Japan is on a very... Oof, that was nasty. Just Japan is on, like, a very high level. But, dude, Heroes has some of the best b-boys in Japan right now. I think because, like, Body Carnival, obviously, like, Mortal Kombat, these guys. But, like, Heroes is a very, like, under-talked crew from Japan that is, like, honestly, easily contends with all of them. Hell yeah. Tiger. Deathless. Fucking crew day, man. Wild, man. Good control. Oof. Oh yeah, nasty. That's such a dope transfer. Sick. Dookie. He's like, I got two, man. Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he crashed though. It's wild when Karan crashes because somebody didn't do 7 elbow one-handed over players, but only 3. That's the time that we live in. Go Suki. Nasty. Nasty, dude. I mean, Mortal Heroes having Suki on them is definitely like a big help, especially battling a crew like this. Solid. hard-ass move to pull off. Hell yeah. Okay. Damn, dude. I think as of now, Mortal Heroes has it from first rounds. I mean, Deathless is amazing at what they do. I just think for well-round competition-wise, Mortal Heroes has it. Crazy control, man. It's extremely weird seeing, like, you know, just like 4 years ago, this kid was like a kid. Like, he looked like he was like 7 years old when he was like first coming out doing amazing stuff. And now you can see him like going into like the teenage, like becoming an adult years. It's like fun to like, you know, grow with the community like that and see like the progress in people. Oof. Technical, man. I think the second rounds so far from Deathless are... I don't know. It depends. It depends on how long Tiger's going to go out for, because he might be just short and sweet. Which I don't think is going to be able to take the other side's round. Damn, it's wild. Their like timer is like legit. Yeah, Deathless is definitely more power focused, and I think competition-wise, being just very well, it works. You know, if you're competing, and you know, it can work if the other side of the battle is not doing, you know, any power or anything. But they have that dude with the hat is B-Boy Rin. Yeah, Rin. You're talking about the first guy that goes out. Damn, Suki. I think Deathless is a combination, or are they Russia? They might be Russia. I think it's Russia. Crazy. Yeah, it's definitely it's a good battle. It's just very, I mean, their crew is wild. Like, these kids are nuts. everybody just throwing air flares out like nothing. It reminds me of Pop from Gamblers. Oh, with doing jackhammers, yeah. That's a good battle. It's a very different contrast. I mean, especially with Deathless. Like, Deathless is literally like just... When I talk about like being a blow-up crew, like they're literally just like a huge blow-up crew, you know what I mean? But they are doing like probably some of the hardest shit that is in breaking today. The Russians are doing dope moves for sure, but these are moves of young guys. Look at the older power heads that don't do that kind of tricks because it just bangs your body up so much. Yeah, I mean, I think after time, like, I just think kids growing up today are like, you know, a one-handed elbow air flare to us growing up was wild, right? Like, okay, you have two one-handed air flares, like that's crazy. Today, kids that are like 10 years old are doing like 8 of them, 9 of them, right? I think just viewpoints of like power in general are just a difference today. Okay, I just want to see who won. Oh, is it tiebreaker? Oh, replays. This is like a professional event.
C'est pas les gars qui vont en fast food et qui boivent des coca et des Red Bull et tout. Ils sont en train de manger des carottes, manger des fruits et légumes pour être légers. Les Japonais ils ont jeûné avant de venir pour être légers. Ok?
Hello. Oh, what? They have a whole like visual for countdowns too, dude. Next level. We're in high production here. Who won? Show me. Oh, there we go. Mortal Heroes. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. I was like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Alright, that is it for me tonight. I was on for 3 and almost half hours tonight. So, more than usual. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'll be back next week. I'll probably post up, I'll do another tutorial Tuesday this week. I'll probably post up another video as well, just in general. This week, other than that, you guys are the best. If you guys could, if you're not subscribed yet or following, please do. Any kind of tips, donations, or anything can be done through super chats or through the support link that's underneath. Other than that, I appreciate you guys. I'll be here next week. Might just do the same thing. Might just come on and just kind of wing it. Seems like that's the fun thing to do. One-hand air flare tutorial? I ain't doing that, dude. A one-handed air flare tutorial would be horrible from me. Let's just say that. Can I do it? Yeah. Can I do like 3? No, it's not happening. I appreciate you guys, though. Till the next time. Have a good one. Hope you guys have a good week. If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to hit me up. Instagram or on here. Doesn't really matter. Other than that, you guys are the best. Peace.